Hey everybody, long time no see. Hi. Welcome back. So I haven't been here in a while. At the end of February, beginning of March, I had my wisdom teeth removed, and so it kind of just threw off my whole schedule. But I am back today to do my March wrap up, trying to get back in the swing of things. But I must admit, it was bad. I thought getting my wisdom teeth removed would have it to where I was reading more, but I just slept so much that I would start and fall asleep. So I only ended up finishing 2 books in March, which I think for the year puts me at like 5. It puts me at 4. So I've read 4 books so far in the year, which means I'm on par to reading 1 book a month, which isn't ideal, isn't the greatest, but also isn't the worst because my goal this year is only to read 20 books. I've tried in the past to do 50 for like the past 3 years, so we're not doing that. But I did end up finishing 2 books in March. I'm gonna go over the books that I ended up finishing, and then the next video you guys will be seeing will be my TBR. So let's go ahead and get into this. So the first book that I ended up finishing was one that has been in for a while. I think I started reading it at the very end of January, and it is Stuart Turton, The Devil in the Dark Water. He is the author of Evelyn Hardcastle, or The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, which I loved. I reviewed that one really, really highly. I also really enjoyed this. If you want to read like my full review, I have a Goodreads account which will be down in the description. But overall, I really enjoyed this. It is, I think, a little less twisty and turny than the Evelyn Hardcastle novel was, but it's a different novel, and this one has like a different kind of element of mystery to it, which I really enjoyed. I'm also just finding I like Stuart Turton's writing style a lot. I really like the way he puts words together. It's a compliment to hit on someone in your English class. I love the way you put words together. I really enjoy the way he puts together phrases and sentences and how it all kind of flows together. It creates a really nice image without being too overly flowery and imagery driven. I don't tend to like writing like that too often. I think the only other book that I've read recently that has really flowery language that I enjoyed was Addie LaRue. That one has a lot of flowery writing. So this is not like that. This is a little bit more on the dry side when it comes to that, but not dry as in boring. This one I will say does drag a little bit. Actually, Evelyn Hardcastle drags a little bit too. Depending on what kind of mind frame you're in for reading. So it feels like not a lot is happening, but everything that is happening is important, if that makes sense. So I could see why some people probably don't enjoy this writing style, but for me, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. It did take me a little longer to finish it though, just because, again, I spent most of my time sleeping, but I'm very glad that I read it, and I am looking forward to basically anything else that he puts out. But the general premise of this book is there is a ship going out to Amsterdam. There's supposed to be a trial for a man named Sammy, who is maybe or maybe not bad. We don't really know for basically the entire novel. There's paranormal elements to it in a way, or mystical elements to it. There's a mystery, there's murder, there's, we're on the sea. And it's set back in like the late 1600s, I believe. But what I really enjoyed about this, as someone who has read pieces written in diction from the late 1600s, I was very pleasantly surprised that he didn't write it in a like historical way. It is set back in the day, but the language is modern, which for me, I didn't mind. He did it on purpose because he thought it would be easier to read. So again, keep that in mind, that it was a personal choice that he made to set it back in the day but have modern language. So just throwing that out there. Don't shoot the messenger, that's just what I read. But I did enjoy this, do recommend. I think I gave it 4 stars out of 5. And then the second book that I finished in March, oh man, I was not expecting to enjoy as much as I did, and that is The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. Holy crap, wasn't expecting to like this book as much as I did. It was written so well. It was a good mystery. There was paranormal elements to it, there was mysteries to solve, and there were likable characters. It was just all around really enjoyable. It was easy to read, nothing too like complicated, and nothing, again, overly flowery in any way, but good descriptors all throughout. This is a like duo plot. You have 2 different time periods going on in this novel. The main character is Carly, and the other character is her aunt Vivian, or Viv, from a previous time period, and we have these 2 time continuums trying to meet up and solve the mystery of what happened. I don't want to give away too much. But basically, Carly is trying to figure out the the mystery of her Aunt Viv, who disappeared in the 1980s. So she is going to this small little town where there is the Sundown Motel, which was the last place that her Aunt Viv was seen. And she's going there to kind of figure out, well, what happened? Why did no one care? Where is she? Hello? So she's going to basically do that. And there is a lot more to that than I thought. I thought this was going to be like a true crime novel. Nay, nay. This was a ghost book and I wasn't expecting it. I was not expecting the paranormal parts to this. If you know me, you know I love a good spooky story. So I was very into this. I was so into this, I bought Simone St. James's other novel, Broken Girls, which will be in my TBR, because the writing style was so enjoyable. I love a good mystery and I love the spooky elements. I thought Carly was a really interesting character. I thought Viv was a really interesting character, and all of the like side characters in this book, I thought I enjoyed all of them, even like the like slightly bad ones, like they were bad people. They were all just super compelling characters and interesting to read about, and I got through this. I think I would have gotten through this a lot quicker if I wasn't recovering from my wisdom teeth removal, because I think otherwise I probably would have just binge read this book in like a day. But because I kept falling asleep, it took me a little bit longer. All in all, definitely a quick read, very, very fun. And I think I gave this 5 stars, actually. 5 out of 5. I tend to rate things pretty highly, though. I'm a pretty agreeable person. If I rate a book low, there's usually a very specific reason why. So that, guys, is my March wrap-up. Again, not too impressive. Nothing, a little sad, if I'm being honest. But, you know, it happens, it is what it is, and I'm back now, so hopefully we get more read. My TBR is slowly growing larger just because I am having a harder time keeping up, apparently. So the next video you guys will be seeing from me will be my April TBR. I look forward to seeing you there. If you want to make sure that you don't miss that video, definitely hit that subscribe button, and I hope you all have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!